Hi, Namaste my dear students. Welcome to SRS CTA School online classes, JEE NEET Foundation program, session 13 of class 7th. In previous session, around 9 and 10 sessions, we have discussed about basic geometry definitions. It's like point, line segment, ray, those all things, and types of angles and different cases we have done. Now in today's session, I'm going to teach about lines and angles. A brief discussion on the angles mainly, and with the lines concept. Right. Just let me recollect what is a point. What is a point? A point is nothing but a fine dot marked with a sharp-edged pencil. Sharp-edged pencil. A fine dot is called a point. Points are generally denoted by capital letters of the alphabets. Capital letters of the alphabets. If I take 2 points, A and B, a straight path between A and B, a straight path between A and B is called a line segment. Line segment. If the line segment is extended in both the directions, line segment is extended in both the directions endlessly, it's a line. Lines are generally denoted by small letters of the alphabet, LMN like P, Q, R, S, any. So next one is array. What is meant by array? A line segment is extended endlessly. Line segment, if I take line segment extended endlessly, one direction, either towards right or towards left, then this is called array. Array has one initial point. Ray has an initial point, but length is indefinitely. There is no definite length. Line has no definite length, but line segment has a definite length. Anyhow, point do not have any measurements. A ray contains infinite number of points. Anyhow, the ray contains, there are infinite number of points. Then comes to a plane. What is meant by plane? Plane, flat surface, and co-initial rays. What is meant by co-initial ray? Let me tell you about co-initial ray. The rays having the same point initially. Initial point is same. See, there are rays O, A, B, and C. OA, OB, OC. There are 3 rays, but have the same initial point, are called co-initial rays. Rays have same initial point O here. So such rays are called co-initial rays. Co-initial rays. Let's come to the plane. What is meant by a plane? A smooth flat surface which extends endlessly in all the directions. There is a smooth flat surface, consider it as a board, which extended in all the directions endlessly. So such figure is called a plane. A plane has infinite length and infinite breadth, but has no thickness. But we consider this is a board as a plane or table as a plane. The surface of the top of a table is a part of a plane which has a particular boundary. What is a part of a plane? Table surface I consider, or board surface I consider. But this is not exactly definition of, board is not an exact definition of plane, which extended in all the directions. That is called a plane. But we, based on our convenience, we are considering it this as a plane, or consider the table surface as a plane, or exam pad as a plane. There are many kinds of like plane figures, like rectangle, triangle, circle. Those are all plane figures. We draw them in a plane and call them as plane figures. Cube is not a plane figure. It has another dimension also. So cube cannot be said it is a plane. Now come to our one of the concept in today's concept, angle. What is meant by an angle? Angle. Angle is nothing but union of two rays. An angle is the union of two different rays having the same initial point. This is a ray. This is a ray. The union of OA and OB. Angle is the union of two rays. This is union of two rays having the same initial point. Initial point is same. Angle is the union of two different rays, OA and OB, two different rays having the same initial point with any amount of rotation. This is not a fixed figure. This is not an angle. It can rotate any amount. It can rotate any amount of rotation. Is called an angle. How do we calculate? How do we denote the angle? Angles are denoted by capital letters only. The rays also can be denoted by capital letters of the alphabet. It is denoted by AOB, angle AOB symbolically, or else angle BOA. The vertex must be middle letter, the center letter of the among the three. It can be angle should be generally denoted by three. It represents by three letters. Among the three letters, the common vertex, the initial point must be middle of the three letters. Among the three letters, either angle AOB or angle BOA. Angle should be in always represent in anti-clockwise direction. Angle should be represented in anti-clockwise direction. This is terminal ray. This is the initial ray. Terminal ray rotates in anti-clockwise direction is considered as positive angle. If you go in clockwise direction is negative angle. Now come to the angle divides the plane into three parts. This angle divides the plane into three parts. One is interior, between this interior, exterior, and on the line, on the rays. So point belong to the angle. Now come to first one. Points belong to the angles. O, P, Q, if I consider, A is a point here, or else some C is a point on this one. These are points belong to this angle. Of course, it can be denoted by angle POQ or else angle COQ. Both are same. Here, angle POQ is, for example, this is 60 degrees means angle COQ is not 30 degrees. Angle is nothing but the amount of the space, the union of the two rays. Either angle POQ also 60, angle COA also, if I denote, it is 60 degrees only. A point on, you see, point belong to the angle. Next, point belong to the interior part. Interior part. Don't think that always initial point is O. No need to go for O always. A you can take. P, Q. So, angle PAQ is an angle. Interior points. If B is an angle point here and C is a point on this one, then where B and C are interior points of the angles. Interior, between the two rays. Anywhere we can take. So, the interior of the 2 points. Next, the third one is exterior of the 2 points. Exterior of the angle. A point belonging to the exterior. PQR is a ray. Now A is a point and some B is a point here. Now A and B are said to be exterior of these 2 points, A and B, belonging to the exterior of the 2 points of the angle QPR. Angle QPR. Angle is always denoted in anti-clockwise direction. Now, the measures of angles. How to measure of angle? Angle should be measured the magnitude of angle, of course, nothing but to find out the magnitude to a given angle, we need to stand a unit angle. Standard by a unit angle. It can be denoted, it is denoted by the degrees angle. What do we say that? Suppose 60 degrees. This is angle denoted by degrees. The units of measuring of angles are degrees. 1 degree is equal to, we call it as 1 degree is equal to 60 seconds. 1 degree is equal to 60 seconds. 1 minute. 1 degree equal to 60 minutes. Sorry, not seconds, 60 minutes. 1 minute equal to 60 seconds. Minutes, symbolically we can denote like this. Seconds denoted by like the two vertical lines. 1 degree equal to 60 minutes. 1 minute equal to 60 seconds. So now we have to, in higher grade you are going to learn about hexadecimal system, centesimal system in PUC level now. So now, based on the angles, types of angles, what are the types of angles? Types of angles based on angles. There are acute angle, obtuse angle, right angle, straight angle, zero angle. So, first one is acute angle. What is meant by acute angle? The terminal ray. AD is a ray. With initial point A, there is another ray, that is AC. Now AC is the terminal ray. The terminal ray starts from initial ray AB and it rotates an angle more than 0 degrees and less than 90 degrees. The angle is more than 0. If I assume this is theta, in generally denoted by angles are denoted by some theta. Course it is alpha beta. This is comfortable in school levels also. Alpha beta also in coming days. Theta, if theta is more than 0, theta is greater than 0 degrees and theta is less than 90 degrees. Theta is greater than 0, theta is less than 90. That means more than 0 degrees and less than 90 degrees, the angle is called acute angle. Such an angle is acute angle. This combination has the right. The theta is greater than 0 means 0 is less than theta. When theta is less than, theta is less than 90, combination I can write. These two inequalities combination, combined inequation is 0 is less than theta is less than 90. That means theta value lies between 0 to 90. So this is called acute angle. Whereas obtuse angle, same, theta value, the angle should be more than 90, less than 180. Theta is lie between 90 and 180. More than 90, less than 180. So the angle is obtuse angle. Right angle means exactly 90 degrees. Perpendicular, OA, B. This is exactly 90 degrees. Symbolically we can denote simply like, without writing 90 also, it is nothing but it indicates 90 degree, right angle. This is right angle. Right angle. Next, straight angle. Straight angle. If the terminal ray OA, if I say OB rotates and exactly it comes to opposite to it. That means which makes an angle 180 degrees. It's a straight. Straight angle means the two rays, both the two rays are opposite to each other. That angle is called straight angle. We call it as in next period linear pair also. Next, 0 degrees. 0 degrees means the terminal ray and the initial ray both will be at the same point. There is no rotation. 0 degrees. At the same time, complete angle also. Complete angle. OA. The terminal ray OB terminates and comes to again coincide here. B. That means here I am showing like this. That means it completed one rotation. This is complete angle. One complete rotation is nothing but 360 degrees. Complete rotation is nothing but 360 degrees. Now, a bisector of the angle. The angle should be bisector. What is bisector angle? Angle bisector or bisector of the angle? Angle bisector or bisector angle? No problem. So if I take an angle, OAB is an angle. So let me take some, this is 60 degrees. If this is 60 degrees, there is a ray OC which divides the angle into two equal halves. Which divides the ray OC into two equal halves. That means 30 degrees and 30 degrees. The ray OC is called angle bisector of angle AOB. Where here OC is angle bisector of angle AOB. Angle bisector of AOB. Not only one. In generally in coming classes we may go for like this. So O, A and B and C. These are the three rays. Simply they will denote like this. Mark. Single mark. Single angle mark. That means automatically these two are equal. So this is the diagram is given. You try to understand that these two angles are equal. If I mention like this, these two angles are not equal. With two different marks. Depend on the marks. So now angle bisector I am talking. So these two are equal, or else sometimes they may denote x. So this is the next angle. That means two angles are equal. Two angles are equal. Not only two, more than that. O, A, B, C, D. Now here, 1, 2, 3, 4 rays. 4 rays forms how many angles? 1, 2, 3. Only 3 angles. Because angle has 2 rays compulsory and rest of them. So now, these are what I am telling, all these angles are equal. All these angles are equal. Either symbolically we can denote like this with one single mark, or else I can denote with some x like. That means, now what do we say? OC and OB, angle DOC or else angle COD is equal to angle BOC is equal to angle AOB. All the angles are equal. So we call it as angle bisector. These are angle bisectors. Next, pairs of angles. Pairs of angles, which forms a linear pair. Adjacent angles. First one is adjacent angles. Adjacent angles. The two angles are said to be adjacent. When the two angles are said to be adjacent means it has a common ray. Now say O or else P, Q, R, S. Now how do we denote the angles? Angle QPR, angle RPS. There are the two angles. These two angles. I'm not talking about the bisector here. I don't know whether PR is bisected the angle QOS, QPS or not. But my concept is the two angles. This angle QPR and angle RPS. RPS or PSR, SPR, whatever it is. Observe here, PR and PR, that means that is a ray which is have a common ray. The two angles have a common ray, PR. So such angles are called adjacent angles. The angles in a plane are called said to be adjacent angles if they have a common vertex as well as a common vertex and a common side is nothing but a common ray, and their interior angles do not have a common point. So it has a common ray or common side or else common arm, and it has a common vertex. These two angles have a common vertex P. This angle also has common vertex P. So adjacent angles means it has common vertex as well as common side or common ray or common arm. Ray in an angle is called arm only. Right. Now these two are adjacent angles. Next, linear pair. The two adjacent angles are said to be linear pair. Here we come to know that the two linear, what do you mean by linear pair? Linear pair. So linear pair is also nothing but an adjacent angles. Such pair of adjacent angles are called linear pair. Then the sum of the angles should be 180 degrees. O is a P, Q and R. Now what do we say? These two angles are said to be adjacent angles or not? Absolutely. This is angle POQ, angle ROQ. OQ is the common ray and O is the common vertex. So these two angles are adjacent angles. But at the same time, this forms what I said, straight angle we discussed there. That means it should be 180 degrees. So angle at this one and angle at this one should be, I am denoting different angles. They are not same now. They are not bisector now. This is suppose for example 55 degrees. So this must be 180 minus 55. The sum should be 180 degrees. So which is 125. So now sum of these two angles, sum of the two adjacent angles is 180. Such angles forms a linear pair. Linear pair. Sum should be 180. This is one of the axiom only. Sum of the two adjacent angles is 180 degrees. It forms a linear pair. Next one is vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. This is one of the important concept in coming, either we can solve the exercise in particularly in class 9 also. Up to class 9 CTA it is very important concept, even in class 8. So higher grades it is very important. Vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. When the two angles are said to be vertically opposite. So take one example, then two rays, two lines. Let us take two lines. Two lines intersect at only one point. Am I clear? Already we discussed in previous sessions. The two lines intersect at only one point or else infinite many points. So if two lines are intersecting at one point, such lines are called intersecting lines. Intersecting lines. If I take some names O, A, B, some C and D. Now how many angles are formed here? AOC one angle, COB one angle, BOD is another angle, DOA is another. There are four angles that are so formed. What is vertically opposite angle? The two angles have a common vertex. Point number one, have common vertex. If I take these two, yes, these two have common vertex O, and the two angles do not have any common side, common arm, which do not have any common arm. If I go for these two, yes, these two have common arm, so these two are not vertically opposite angles. These two are adjacent angles, as well as these two are, it forms a linear pair because it is a straight line forms 180 degrees at the vertex. So now this and this one, if you see, the two angles have a common vertex as well as they do not have any common side. So angle BOC as well as angle AOD. These two are vertically opposite angles. There is another pair also. This angle and this angle have common vertex. They do not have any common arm or common ray. Angle AOC and angle BOD. This is also another pair. There are, when two lines are intersecting, there are two pairs of vertically opposite angles. Now we have to say that vertically opposite angles are equal. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Proof in higher class I am going to teach you, but I'll go with some examples. You come to know that then. For example, I am taking this angle is 85 degrees. This angle is 85. What it forms? This forms a linear pair or not? Does it form linear pair or not? Absolutely. So what is this one? 180 minus 85. This is 95. Yes. 85 plus 95. 180 degrees. Leave it this case now. Now come to this straight line, AB. This is 95. What about this angle? Now again this one is a straight angle or not? Yes. 95 plus something is 180. What is that angle? 85. So now, when this is 85, see that these two are 85 or not? Vertically opposite angles are equal. If the same continuation, CD is a straight line. If this is 85 degrees, this must be 95 degrees. See, these two are vertically opposite angles. AOC and BOD, vertically opposite angles are equal. Angle BOC, angle AOD, vertically opposite angles are equal. This is very, very important. The same, there is a theorem in class 9. In higher grade, you are going to prove like with variables and step by step. Just go with example, you come to know that vertically opposite angles are equal. As you know that what are supplementary angles, what are complementary angles? Complementary angles is nothing but sum of the two angles is 90 degrees. Angle AOB plus angle anything. It may not be same. The two angles with a difference from POQ is equal to 90. Then the two angles, some should be 90 degrees. Such angles are said to be complementary angles. Sum of the two angles is 180. Angle PQR and with the same or difference, of course. The same vertex only better I am taking, and middle letter is Q only. SQR, SQZ something is 180 degrees. Sum of the two angles is 180 degrees, then they are said to be supplementary angles. So example of today, if A is an angle AOB is 60 degrees, what is the complementary? Complementary angle of angle AOB is complementary angle of angle AOB. That means two angles, some should be 180 degrees, 90 degrees is said to be complementary angle, I said. So AOB plus something is angle AOB plus something is 90 degrees. What is the something? For angle AOB already 60. 60 plus something is 90. What I add to the 60, then it becomes 90, 30 degrees, as you know that. Or else 90 minus 60 is nothing but 30. So this angle is 30. So complementary of 60, 30. Complementary of 45, 45. Complementary of 20, 90 minus 20, 70. In similar way, supplementary of 120, 180 minus 120. Supplementary angle of 120, 60. Supplementary angle of 140, 40. 180 minus 140. 180 minus 140. So it is supplementary angles. Now there are the simple questions itself. The measure of an angle is 60. If the measure of an angle is 60, then the angle is called what kind of angle? Whether it is acute angle or obtuse angle or right angle or straight angle. Angle is 60. Angle is 60 means it is acute angle. If the measure of an angle is 130 degrees, then angle is called, yes, absolutely correct. It is obtuse angle. More than 90, less than 180. Obtuse angle. The supplementary of 55. Supplementary angle of 55. Yes. What is the supplementary angle of 55? 125. 125. 180 minus 55. Complementary angle of 67. I am asking complementary angle of 67. 23. If the angle, measure of an angle is 250 degrees. If the measure of an angle is 250 degrees, then such an angle is called, see, observe that, more than 180, less than 360. So, which is, and comes to reflect angle, which is reflect angle. If it reaches to 360, complete angle. More than 180, less than 360 is reflect angle. So, there are a few questions based on this, what concept we learn. We will continue in next session. Thank you. Have a nice day.